Guys, it's 10 to 8 in the evening. It's a bit chilly, bit of a breeze, been overcast and miserable all day. Well, having said that, showed some nice bright spots. I had to go into town and do all my bits and pieces and everything else, see my counsellor for Universal Credit. Bless her, she's I may have had some harsh words to say about some jobs worse and everything else in councils and all that, and sociopaths and stuff like that. But she just absolutely loves my stories. Show her pictures just to prove that, yeah, I'm living in the woods. I can't plug in my tablet to my laptop to look for jobs, I've only got 3 t-shirts, yeah, I'll go for a job, but she's, bless her, she does her best within the realms of her remit, which is, the job centre, and their only job and their only function is to get you off benefits, any which way you can, they're trained to spot those little telltale signs where you say you're homeless, but you got this as your home. Well, it's just a mailing address, but it's your home. No, it's no. Anyway, I bumped into an old family friend of mine as well, Togs. Oh God, he's doing better than well. Having said that, I've lost a lot of weight. He says I was doing better than him. And we had a little chin wag and everything else. And bless him, he donated to the Me Fund again. So, I thought I'd do a little bit of a campsite cooking. Today, I went, because of that donation, I went and got some belly pork. And supplemented the Uncle Ben's rice. Now, what I did, I used some of that vegetable oil that was used for the lantern. Seasoned it, the belly pork, with salt and pepper from McDonald's, little pouches, and a packet of that mystery powder you get in in those instant noodles. So just a little bit on either side. Fried it all off. It looks, I don't know if you can see it, it looks lovely, smells good, and then with all the oil and seasoning, add a touch of water, boil it all up again, so you've got a sauce, pour it in the rice, and cook the rice off, so you've got all the seasoning and everything else all in the oil and everything. Normally I would have grabbed some wild vegetables and everything else, but no, I was just cooking. My methylated spirits is running out, and I didn't want to do a wood fire today. And now the proof is in the pudding, and I thought I'd just treat you. Oh, and again, thanks a lot, Togs. I've got some Morrison's export, £3. That's the same price as Co-op, and it's not bad, 4.8%. It's not a bad drop of lager. Anyway. Proof isn't. Get the lager open just in case, It's, well, yeah. They say when you want to, those Uncle Ben rises, I don't really consider them rice. I think they're artificial rice for some reason. But they say just to add some water in if you're doing it in the hob. And just cook it up from there. But when you cook it in all the other juices, it tastes so much better. Oh yeah, definitely. Now let's try a bit of the belly pork. Oh yeah. First bit of fresh meat, cooked. exciting month. Well, about a month. Everything comes out of tins, you know. You have to, because that reminds me. I was in wandering around Croydon. I went into one of those like 99p stores, Sam's I think it was. Found the perfect container, the right sort of size to keep the stuff. Only £1, so yeah, definitely. When I get some money in, I'm going to get one of those, dig that hole, and make my fridge. Alright. Yeah, of course, though, it would be better if I had some vegetables with this. Or fry egg. Yeah. Well, I was just, I was getting in town doing my bits and pieces. I was in the job centre. And their BT connections and everything else is getting worse and worse and worse. You can't look for anything, you know. Hours, I mean, it takes ages to load up and all that. And of course they blocked all the other sites. You know, you can't, you know, while you're looking for jobs, you do other stuff, you know. And lesson. There's a guy there called Carl, I think his name is, and he's a real stand-up guy. Honestly, I don't know how he. The patience of Job. I tell you, have to deal with some of the people that he's, you know, trying to help get onto the system and all that. And there was a guy. I remember he was helping some guy with a from the sub-Indian continent, and he was doing his CV, helping him do his CV, and the guy on the guy's CV said he was a training consultant, yeah, in IT, and he couldn't do his bloody CV. He didn't know how to, he didn't know what capital, he didn't, and he wanted to put down training consultant. And I'm sitting there thinking, and the poor guy's thinking, yeah, okay, right. He's teaching this guy how to write a bloody CV on a computer that this guy doesn't obviously know, and his last job was 5 years doing as training consultant in IT. And I think to myself, this guy's going to get a job better quicker than I am. Again, politics. I don't really want to get into it while I'm enjoying my woodland rice and belly pork. I love belly pork. So anyway, it is a sad thing. As I said to, I was just talking again. Go back to my counsellor. She's a lovely lady. I did say to her, when they turn, now think about this. Everyone can think about this, yeah. Civil unrest, war, anything. Oh, anything can happen. But let's say the power goes off. No power, nothing to pump your water, send your water through to your house or anything else, yeah? The power went off, if the national grid went down, and let's say no water either, you couldn't get water, how quickly do you think society will break down? Think about this. Less than a week. Less than a week. You haven't got any power. So you can't turn your TV on unless you've got one of those crank-up radios. You can't hear anything. You've got no water. Less than a week, society will break down. That's it. That's all it takes. And then you'll be out running around those streets, and if you see a kid with a bottle of water, you're going to rob that kid. You're going to do whatever you can to survive. It's a frightening thought. And 99% of the people in this country are not equipped for it. They wouldn't know what to do. They'd be at neighbours' throats. But the more savvy of us who know what to do, will be out, doing what we can. All my fellow bushcrafters and everyone else, anyone who knows how to survive out in the woods here, would have a 100% better chance of living. All the people in the cities would fest out, and they'd be crying, banging on the doors of all the government officials and everything else, while they'll sit there with their stockpiles and their sources and everything else. But that's the society we created. And history teaches us that every civilization collapses and fails. The question is, with ours at the present moment, when? We're gearing up for a major societal change at the moment. You may not want to talk about it and everything else, but something is happening. And there are people literally sitting in their little suits, little rooms, having meetings and everything else, deciding what's going to happen to you and I. Who is important, who's not important. Anyway, if I'm still alive, and if I've managed to pass on any knowledge to anybody, I hope that we remain free men, and women, of course. But yeah, things are moving in our society. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy myself. It really is quite good. It's amazing what you can do with just a few ingredients. If I had the raw ramsons here, that would be full of ramsons. Get the garlic and everything else. I suppose I should have chucked in a few of these young hawthorn leaves. They brought out a nice nutty, fibery flavour. I suppose that would be better with beef. Okay, beef on the menu next time. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy this, have my beer. Shall catch you later, guys.